So, welcome you all to the Numerology Workshop by Academy of Vedic Vidya. Next slide. Academy of Vedic Vidya is India's first self-employment specialist transforming online education. We are the only education institute whose motto is not only to educate people but enable and empower the individuals by providing self-employment opportunities in the field of Vedic Vidya. Before we proceed with the workshop, I would like to tell you a bit about Vedic Vidya. Vedic Vidya is something which has a great impact in the decisions which we make throughout our life. Recently, people in foreign countries like USA, France, Germany, Australia, etc., have been showing interest in Vedic Vidya, which had, or if we see, Vedic Vidya has originally originated in India. So our motto is to provide platform to people to learn about it. I'm pleased to introduce our founders, Mr. Nirpeksh Kumbhat and Ms. Diksha Katyal. Nirpeksh is co-founder of Academy of Vedic Vidya and he's also founder of a parent company, Skill Enable. Skill Enable specializes in employability focused courses. We were founded in 2019 and till date have employed around 17,000 people. Diksha also has experience in corporate sector for around 4 years after studying in London. Now, without much ado, let's move straight to our workshop. I'm super happy to introduce you all to our numerology expert, Ms. Shweta Sureka. Shweta is a numerologist and a life coach by profession. She's expert in analyzing patterns of numbers and their effect in our day-to-day life. I would like Shweta to take up the workshop from here. Over to you, Shweta.
Thank you so much, Surbi. And a very good afternoon to all of you. I hope you all can see me and hear me. Am I audible? Just quick yes or no in the chat box would be very helpful. Great. So, a very good afternoon, and I will not talk much about myself. In fact, I will not talk about myself at all because there's enough information on the websites and social media. So, if anyone is interested or wanting to know, you can go there and see the work which I'm doing. However, before I start talking about numerology, I would definitely want to share, very briefly that how did numerology come into my life and how it has impacted me. There was a point of time where I didn't even know that something like numerology existed. And, when we go through very lows in our life, those are the moments where we need to take radical decisions and make radical changes in our lives. That's when I got introduced to numerology. Uh, I didn't learn numerology at first. How I got introduced was I applied numerology in my life, where I consulted an expert and got my name correction and different things of numerology was done. And that's when I saw that how beautifully it has, started changing my life for the better. And it was like a magic. So I thought that why not learn this science and spread it across to people so that everyone can benefit and imbibe there in their lives. So that is the reason I am here, and I will give you all a brief introduction about what numerology is and how it can be helpful in your day-to-day life as well. So coming to the next slide, let's talk about numerology. Numerology is not based on anyone. It is a science. Obviously, it is not a science as in not physics, chemistry, but it is a social science, and enough research has been done to validate its finding. And it's been since centuries that it exists, and people have done research and validated it through various applying in different people's lives. So there is enough proof and backing to say that it really exists and it is meaningful. The best part is it does not follow any religion. So if you practice any faith, any religion, uh, you can practice it and make it a part of your life. How numerology works is very simple. There are few numbers in our lives which are very important. Now, few numbers comes from our date of birth. Date of birth, we say, is a gift from God. We cannot change it, right? So those numbers are always good. We never say that, those have bad impact on our lives. Yes, some people can have difficult combinations of numbers, which you will learn as you join the course and we go deeper into the course, that how you can work with different remedies to ease out the difficult combinations of numbers. So the numbers which come from our date of birth, there are two main numbers in that. One is called our birth number and one is called our destiny number. These two numbers are, I'll again say, a gift from the God, and these play a very prominent part in our lives. It stays with us throughout our lives. Next set of numbers come from our name. Now, name is something which has been given to us by our parents or our family members, our close ones, right? It is something which we can change as well. What happens is when the numbers which come from our name are not in harmony with the numbers of our date of birth, it starts creating some kind of obstacles, delays, unforeseen situations in our lives. And that is when we need to bring our name numbers in harmony with our date of birth. And this is where numerology comes into picture. And through numerology, through complete understanding of numbers, the different combinations, we do our name correction. And once our name numbers are in harmony, it's kind of a friendship that we create between our name numbers and the numbers of the date of birth. And that's when you will start seeing that, earlier the things which were not working out, the things start changing for you, things start working for you. Those small little obstacles which were there, it starts getting removed. Your health starts improving. Your relationships around you start changing for the better. So that's how numerology help us. The best part is you don't always, it's not that everyone wants to take up numerology professionally, and it's perfectly all right. You can use it just for yourself also. you know it will give you better understanding of who you are, right? Many a times in your life you will see that you are at a point, or you are confused, that you don't know that what should be your next step, what are your strengths, what are the decisions you should take related to your career. When you study your numbers deeply, you will be able to take much better decisions, because you would know what are your characteristic traits, what are your strengths, your weaknesses. So basically you will have your entire blueprint in front of you. So that's how numerology helps us, and it's a vast study and knowledge which you can apply in every field of your life. Uh, we'll move on to the next slide. When we talk about numerology, there is not just one study of numerology. There are different studies, and there are, if I may say so, more than 50 established branches or types of numerology. However, we will not talk about all of them. but I will just briefly touch upon two or three of them. The first one is Kabbalah, which is said to be the oldest study of numerology. Here we deal with, something called tree of life, and this is from where tarot has originated. And it is not that prevalent nowadays. The two systems which are most prevalent across world is Chaldean and Pythagorean. Now, Chaldean is again, after Kabbalah, it is one of the oldest systems. It is very easy to understand, very easy to grasp its knowledge and then apply it. When we come to Pythagorean, it is little more detailed. The study is more detailed, and so is your analysis, your predictions. What is the beauty of numerology? A lot of people can confuse it with astrology and often ask that, can you predict using numerology? Yes, you can. You definitely need to study it in detail, which you are taught in the courses, and then you need to practice it enough, and you can actually predict your events, the timing of the events. However, there is often, kind of a tug of war. People come up with thought process or questions that which system is better, because there are so many systems of numerology. So which system is better? So to clarify that, no, no one system is better than the other. One system is better than the other. Each system is complete in itself. If you study just one system also, then also you will be able to, create your charts, do your predictions. Yes, as I said, since Pythagorean is more detailed, you will be able to do more detailed predictions and analysis compared to Chaldean. However, you are a numerologist if you are studying one of the systems also completely. To just clarify, what is the basic difference between Chaldean and Pythagorean, if I may say so? If someone asks you, will I be able to buy a car using Chaldean, you will definitely be able to predict that. But will that car be good for me or not? That using Pythagorean you can tell. So that is the basic difference, that it's little more detailed. Can help you predict the consequences of particular actions and events as well. However, as I said, each system is complete in itself and gives you a complete knowledge of name correction, which is the main aspect of numerology that can be done using any one system. We'll move on to the next slide. So, how numerology can help you? Uh, because with numerology, as I said, you start having better understanding of yourself or of anyone whose chart you are doing. So you will be able to make right decisions in your life. Um, I have had people or clients come to me who don't know or are in a very confused state with regard to their career, or with regard to their relationship, that whether I should go ahead with this relationship, or what is the right field I should go into. So with the help of numerology, we can identify those areas for you. We can identify what are your strengths, and you can make an informed and a better decision, and you will see that it is something which is of your liking. And once you are into a field or a career which is of your liking, you automatically tend to bloom. So it helps you make career decisions. It helps you in improving your relationship. And how does it do that? The best part of numerology is you stop being judgmental about others. Till this point of time, you might be judging people just by what you are seeing on the outer surface, that this person is very stubborn, this is how he behaves. once you know his numbers, his or her numbers, you will know that where is it coming from. You will start understanding that, okay, if the person is behaving in this particular manner, it is because he has certain numbers in his chart. So you stop judging the person automatically. And once you stop doing that, your relationships start improving to a very great extent. You also start knowing that, okay, if certain numbers are prominent in a person's chart or lives, so he is going to have these characteristics. So you know how to tackle the person, and it can help you improve your relationships. I have seen that in my life. I will not talk about numerous relationships, but at least with one relationship, I really want to say that when it comes to my children, before I knew numerology, I would, have a different perspective or approach towards them. But now, if my son or daughter are behaving in a particular way, or if they are not listening to me, or if they are, if now I realize that where the creativity of my daughter comes from, it is there in her numbers. Otherwise, I always used to wonder that no one in the family is so creative and imaginative. So now I know that. And you help your children, your people around you bloom because you understand them much better. I have already said that it helps you in figuring out who you are, and not only you but also people around you. Again, it will help you identify your opportunities. Many a times we do not have the clarity of whether this thing will be good for you or not, whether you should go ahead with a particular decision. But with the help of numerology, you can definitely take your informed decisions and go ahead and see that how it is working in your favor. And definitely, when your career starts falling in place, when your relationships improve, and when you have a better understanding of yourself and people around you, it definitely helps you improve the quality of your life. So basically, numerology helps you in all aspects, and it has a very holistic approach towards your life. Coming on to the next slide, as I had mentioned earlier also, numerology is not something which is based on anyone's whims or fancies. It is a proper study, and each number has a planet associated with it. So whenever we say that, we have certain numbers prominent in our chart, we have the qualities of those planets in our lives. Now, we have numbers from 1 to 9, which each number has planets associated. 0, we do not have any planet associated. However, don't think that 0 does not have any value. In numerology, 0 is null and void. However, whichever number it gets associated with, it increases the power of that number. Very simply put, 1 is just 1, but once you add 0 in front of it, it becomes 10. So, it powers increases 10 times. So 0, though no planet is associated to 0, but 0 is a very powerful number, which, we consider in numerology. And coming to different numbers, I will give you a very brief outlook. So number 1, the sun. It is ruled by sun. And what is number 1? The leader. Number 1 is what? Anyone who begins, who takes the initiative, who starts something. So that is how number 1s are, the leaders, the magnificent. They have the magnificence of like a sun. They shine brightly. They can show people path. So that's how number 1s are. But where your number 1 is placed in your chart, whether it is in your date of birth, whether it is from your name which is coming, and what are the other numbers along with it that are present, that's what you are going to study in numerology, and how it impacts your life, how it throws different challenges, how it helps you reach different pinnacles in your life. That is everything which we study and then implement in our lives. So that is number one. Then number two is ruled by moon. What is moon? Moon is, all about emotions. Moon rules the high tide and the low tide. It is always fluctuating, going up and down. If you know any number two in your life, right now, obviously, you'll not be able to calculate the name numbers, but from the date of birth, if anyone is born on two, and if you know the person closely, you will see that that person is kind of emotional or easily get affected by what others are saying. So the next time a number two person reacts inappropriately or overreacts to a situation, you would know that where it is coming from, right? So that is number two. Then number three is Jupiter, which we also call Guru. And number threes are very intelligent, very creative people. Number fours are ruled by Rahu. They are the disciplined and the organized people. Number five is Mercury. They are again, versatile, very communicative. They can't stay at one place for too long. They need to move around. So they are, in a group of people, they would be someone who are constantly talking. They want that attention. So they will always be talking or doing something so that people are focusing on them. Those are number fives. Number six are ruled by Venus. And number six is a number of luxury, abundance, and along with it also comes responsibility. So number six are very responsible people as well. Number seven is ruled by Ketu, and people who are ruled by Ketu are kind of, very research oriented people. They like to go deep into whatever matter it is, whatever subject they have taken up, or whatever field they are into. So number sevens make really good detectives. If you happen to, get the hold of date of birth or chart of any detectives, you will definitely see that number seven is very prominent in somewhere in their chart. Then coming to number eight, they are ruled by Saturn, Shani, and number eights are very, very hardworking people. They don't get everything in their life very easily. However, they don't give up also very easily. They are those hardworking people who are ready to go to any extent to achieve whatever they want. They are very ambitious people. However, they are very spiritual also. So the main thing about number eights are they need to balance their spiritual side and their materialistic side. Coming to number nine, the last number, they are ruled by Mars, Mangal. It is a hot planet. So number nines are very aggressive. They can have temper issues. They tend to get hurt very easily, hurt in the sense physical hurt, because they have a lot of energy inside them. So they need to, you know, let out that energy. They need some channel to let it out. And in that way, at times they, involve themselves into a lot of physical activities, and there are a lot of chances that it end up hurting themselves in some way or the other. So that's about how the numbers are related to different planets from 1 to 9. This I have told you all very briefly. It is just that we have touched the tip of it. It is very, very in-depth studies. And when we will study about it and talk about the numbers, we also talk about, how a particular number should be written to get its best energies and effect. So it is a very, very holistic, complete approach that we use, so that, it's not that are touching just one aspect and leaving out on the other. So we definitely need to, give time and go in depth to it. But just to give you all a overview of what numbers are, how they are associated to different planets, and how they help us understand our characteristics and basic nature. So this is just to help you all have a basic understanding about it. Uh, we'll move on to the next slide. Numerology helps us to take control of our health, wealth, and relationship. And I'm sure you all will agree that these three are the most or the very important aspects of human lives. If we don't have health, you can't enjoy your relationships and the wealth which you have. So the first and foremost thing is our health, and numerology can definitely help us take care of that. Uh, so some people have requested that we can have a mix of both Hindi and English. We can definitely do that. So talking about health, how can we take care of our health through numerology? आज from numerology हम लोग ये समझ सकते हैं कि based on our numbers which food कौन सा खाना हम लोग को खाना चाहिए और वी शुड इंक्लूड दैट इन आवर डाइट। हम लोगों को अपने डाइट में क्या चीज इंक्लूड करना चाहिए सो दैट इट हेल्प्स अस, इट गिव्स अस द मैक्सिमम बेनिफिट। द काइंड ऑफ फूड जो हम लोगों को अवॉइड करना चाहिए, द डिजीजेस विच वी आर मोर प्रोन टू। सी व्हेन आई टॉक अबाउट द डिजीजेस वी आर प्रोन टू, ऐसा नहीं है कि अगर नंबर वन को ये डिजीजेस होने के चांसेस है तो वो उनको होगा ही, नो। it just helps you take an informed decision now that you are know that आपको ये disease होने का chances ज़्यादा है, so how can you avoid them? You can already work towards avoiding them, right? We always say that prevention is better than cure. So numerology say we get a very good understanding about that कि आपके चार्ट में आपके बर्थ नंबर्स में और नेम नंबर्स में ये नंबर्स प्रोमिनेंट है, ये नंबर्स एक्टिव है। सो बेस्ड ऑन दैट आपको क्या इश्यूज from with respect to health आ सकता है। So we will already we'll start taking care about regarding that. We will start imbibing particular kind of food. We will start maybe engage ourselves in some kind of meditation exercise or heavy light yoga or some intense form of yoga, that we will get a better understanding depending upon our numbers. So health is beautifully taken care of through our numbers. Then wealth. Obviously, everyone, wants to have a flourishing career, property, assets, and, do well in their life financially. So with numbers, as I had mentioned earlier also, मैंने पहले भी बताया है कि आपको right decisions, right choices करने में it will help। एंड जो आप एग्जिस्टिंग फील्ड में भी हो आप उसको कैसे ग्रो कर सकते हो, आपके जो वर्क रिलेटेड अगर कोई प्रॉब्लम्स आ रहे हैं तो आप उनको कैसे रिमूव कर सकते हो। many a times you will see that in our work we are not getting the support of our people around us, so how you can get support of those people, whether you should be into a partnership या आपको proprietorship करना चाहिए, you can take those decisions। So basically अब अगर आप partnership में भी जा रहे हो, so you can study the numbers of the partners and you can evaluate whether that partner will be good for you in the long run or not। So this, there are numerous dimensions in which numerology can help you, and definitely relationships I have mentioned earlier also। क्योंकि आप खुद को बेटर समझोगे, आप अपने आसपास लोगों को बेटर समझोगे, तो एक जनरल लेवल पे तो रिलेशनशिप आपका इम्प्रूव होगा ही। बट थ्रू न्यूमरोलॉजी यू कैन इफ देयर आर प्रॉब्लम्स बिटवीन spouses, you can work on that, between parents and children, between in-laws and child, daughter-in-law and in-laws, so basically any kind of relationship, yeah, or in general if anyone is having problem in forming relationships with people around them, there are people who find it difficult to express themselves, yeah, they are not able to form that bond with others। So with numerology, with by working on our numbers, on our name numbers, you can definitely improve that। So this is how we can work with our, three most important aspects, that is health, wealth, and relationship, with the help of numerology. We'll move on to the next slide. With numerology, we get various kind of remedies. You can do it for yourself, for your clients, when you start practicing it professionally. So one, and the most important one, is definitely the name correction, which you can do. uh, the beauty of numerology and the name correction is that you don't have to do it legally anywhere, which is the main concern for most of the people, that how can we change our name legally, because it is a lot of formalities and it is not possible also. So it is, the best part is that you do not have to change your name legally anywhere. When you will study it, you will come to know that how, by practicing it for a certain period of time in a particular way, that you can bring about the changes in your life. And name correction, let me tell all of you, it is a very, very powerful way of bringing changes in your life. So it is one of the most powerful ways. Then you can do company names for your clients. So whenever you are forming a new company, or even in your existing company, you can do the name correction. And right from the beginning, you have that powerful name for your company, where you are getting the best effect of the number vibrations from the universe. So that is very, very powerful. Then the next is, you can do it with the baby names. Right from the child point the child is born, you can give them a very strong name based on their date of birth. So the unnecessary obstacles are not faced by the child. So baby names, a lot of people nowadays are coming for baby names. You can change the vibrations of your house by changing your house numbers. You will get बहुत से लोग आएंगे आपके पास when you start practicing that, इस घर में I'm not getting positive vibes, या people are constantly fighting with each other, हम लोगों में हमेशा difference of opinion होता है, there is never harmony between us. So आप एक अच्छा house number देके you can change the vibrations of the house, and you will see that people are starting to get the results which they want. So it is again very powerful thing which you can do. Whenever you are buying any vehicle, be it your car or any kind of transport, you can buy it according to your numbers in the birth chart, so that you can avoid those unnecessary accidents, or it can give you at least obviously vehicles ka vibrations jitne der aap us vehicle mein ho, you get it, but at least even for those few hours you get the best vibrations and the best vibes. So that is also, you can go for it. Then again, signature analysis, which is very, very important aspect. Your signature is a mini you, it represents you. So your signature has to be very powerful. It is something which is your representation. So आप न्यूमरोलॉजी से सिग्नेचर को एनालाइज कर सकते हो, सिग्नेचर को करेक्ट कर सकते हो, and make it very powerful. So through numerology you can give various remedies. So you can do it for yourself, you can do it for your clients, and you can start bringing in that changes in your lives. And moving on to the next slide. So once you learn numerology, once you know what numerology is, can we go on to the next slide? Yes. Obviously, once you get the hang of your numbers and you are confident, you can start your career in numerology. And let me tell you, it is a thriving industry. It is a multi-billion-dollar industry right now. And people are really going to numerologists and getting their charts done, implementing what the numerologists are saying, and getting beautiful results. So I would suggest all of you that don't be behind in the anything, just go grab the opportunity, learn the science, but yes, be sure that you are learning it from the right people, because there are a lot of self-proclaimed numerologists also nowadays who just study from some book or internet, and they start teaching people. And I'm sure you all will agree that half no big knowledge is even more dangerous. So go for formal, people who are experienced, who have been into this profession and industry for a long time, who know the in-depth study and can back their saying with the research done. So learn from experienced people. You don't need to have any background or previous education about it. You can begin right at the scratch and go on to build your career and future in numerology. The best part is you can learn it in a small duration, and once you learn, you can start doing it for your clients, and you can charge them by the hours or the sort of charts you are doing. As I mentioned in the previous slide, if you are doing a name correction or a baby name, company name, so with one study you can have different services which you can provide to your clients, and you can earn really well with this. So with this, now I will hand over to the Academy of Vedic Vidya representatives, because you all are at the right place to learn this science, to learn this subject and make a career out of it. And the representatives will guide you further how to do that, because they are the best people. And in case you have any questions related to this subject, you all can either write it in the chat box, or if we can open the forum, Surbi, you will be able to guide us.
Hi, Shweta. Shweta, we have a query from Miss Shilpa, Mrs. Shilpa. So
Right.
kindly answer it. Like she's asking which to follow, Shadwin or Pantherton.
Shilpa ji, as I mentioned earlier, both the systems are complete in itself. So there is nothing like one system is better than the other. आप कोई भी एक को अगर follow कर रहे हो तो do it with the trust and faith that it is working for your highest good. Like if supposing आप सीख भी रहे हो तो just go with the intention, because each system is complete in itself and both work beautifully. Now I, as a numerologist, I know different systems. So if I'm working for my clients, I give the best for all the two or three systems which I know. But to begin with, even if you are doing one system, that is good enough and it is complete in itself. I hope that answers your question.
Mom, she's asking about alphabet total.
There's nothing as alphabet total, as in, if are you asking about the name total? Yes. See, name total is something. अगर आप Chaldean follow कर रहे हो तो your name total will come to a particular number. If you are following Pythagorean, then yes, it will be different in that system. And that's what I said. It's perfectly all right. आप कोई एक system को follow करो ना. आप अपना ने अगर चाइल्डियन फॉलो कर रहे हो तो उस सिस्टम में जो नंबर्स हमारे वी से दैट दीज आर द गुड नंबर्स, इन नंबर्स का कॉम्बिनेशन अच्छा होता है, जस्ट गो विद दैट. अगर आप पाइथागोरियन कर रहे हो तो आप उनके नंबर्स और कॉम्बिनेशंस को फॉलो करो. You don't have to confuse yourself कि should I pick a Pythagorean or Chaldean.
Ma'am, we have a query from Vishal. So
Yes. Yes, so Vishal,
we
you are that your name adds up to 43, which is 7. So, can you tell which system have you added up it to, like using Chaldean, Pythagorean, or any other system? Vishal, you can unmute yourself if Surbi, can we allow that so that
yes, Yes, yes. Vishal, you can unmute yourself and you can directly question to Shweta. Hi, Vishal. You can please unmute yourself.
Hi, madam. Vishal here. Is it audible?
Yes. Hello, Vishal.
Yeah, see, I was saying, I am seeing many numerologists saying that name number 43 is very unlucky. And see, my date of birth is 10 December 1989. If you see, it is a combination of 1 and 4 basically. The entire date
Right,
of birth adds to 31. 10 December 10 12 1989. 31 is 4 and 1 is
right,
my basic number. Destiny number is 4 and my name number is 7. So it is a family of numbers.
right.
So why is it not proving to be good? I don't know. Because I'm seeing lot of downhill. I've gone to lots of downs in my career in last few years, in career wise especially.
See, when we do the charts, as I had explained in the slides earlier, that as you said, number one and number four. So that is Sun and Rahu, and then number four comes to Ketu. So you have the combination of Sun, Rahu, and Ketu. So they have certain impact in your life. And when Rahu and Ketu come together, it kind of creates certain kind of obstacles in your life. So when you study your chart deeply, you will be able to pinpoint them. Why is it coming? See, there is no number which we say is unlucky. It is a very wrong approach which people use or say that ki this particular number is unlucky. No, according to your number combinations, we would avoid Ketu. Yes, and again, Ketu has certain characteristics that they like to be in solitude. They don't like being with the people much. But however, it
I,
is not. Sorry.
yeah, that is only I'm saying. Like my birth number is 1 since I'm born on 10 December and my
Right.
destiny number is 31 which is 4 which adds to 4. 3 plus 1 equals to 4. And my entire name number which is Vishal Valecha adds to 43 which is 7.
Correct.
So I am going through a lot of downfalls in my career in last 4 5 years actually.
Rahu and Ketu is a difficult combination. So for you, yes, if you work on your name correction, you will see changes. That's what we, as I mentioned right in the beginning, that when the numbers from our date of birth are not in harmony with our name numbers, okay, that's when we start facing, the kind of effort you are putting in, but you will not get those kind of results because 1 and 4 is in itself a very good combination. 1 and
Yeah.
4 are very strong numbers. However, your name numbers are not supporting your birth numbers. That is why you are not getting the kind of success you are, putting your efforts for.
Okay.
I hope it.
Shilpa, thank you, Shweta. Shilpa, you can unmute yourself अगर आपका भी कोई query है तो मैम Shweta will
No,
answer
it's
it.
clear. It's clear. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. I hope everybody has enjoyed the workshop. Thank you, Shweta, for this amazingly insightful workshop. And we have learned so much. I think a lot of you must have developed interest in numerology. Next slide. I am extremely happy to tell you that there are certain USP. See why you should choose Academy of Vedic Vidya over competition. ऐसा क्या है जो हम प्रोवाइड कर रहे हैं that you should kickstart your career with us. Firstly, we have 100% live online classes. We believe that education is something which needs to be interactive. So हमारी जितनी भी classes होंगी वो 100% live होंगी. Secondly, we also provide with self-employment support. So we have something which is called professional development. So this is something जो कोई भी institute इस business में आपको offer नहीं करता. We also provide with one-to-one mentorship as we believe in hand-holding our students till they achieve their required targets. You also have a provision of backup classes. So in case अगर आपका कोई class miss हो जाता है, so you have a backup videos with yourself. And we have best in class trainers like Shweta was there today with us. So who have excelled in the field of occult sciences like numerology, tarot cards, and everything. And most important thing is that we have a globally recognized professional certification. So after doing our course, you will be a certified professional numerologist and can practice globally. Next slide, please. Currently, we are offering two courses. One is your Introduction to Professional Numerology, and the other one is Advanced Professional Numerology course. So, Introduction to Professional Numerology, next slide, please, is designed for beginners, and it covers everything about numbers and everything. So, अगर आपको कोई prior knowledge भी नहीं है न्यूमरोलॉजी के बारे में, तब भी आप इस कोर्स को ज्वाइन कर सकते हो. Next slide. So this course is designed for over the month of 6 months. तो इनिशियल के जो 3 मंथ्स होंगे उसमें हम आपको ट्रेनिंग प्रोवाइड करेंगे जहां पे बेसिक्स ऑफ न्यूमरोलॉजी होगा, लाइफ पाथ नंबर, बेबी नेम, मोबाइल नंबर, हाउस नंबर. सो दैट ऑल विल बी कवर्ड अंडर दिस. एंड आफ्टर दिस 3 मंथ्स आप एक इंडिविजुअल की तरह प्रैक्टिस कर सकते हो अपना न्यूमरोलॉजी. जो लास्ट का 3 मंथ्स होगा वो सबसे ज्यादा इंपॉर्टेंस रखता है क्योंकि वहां पे वी विल बी डूइंग योर असेसमेंट एंड प्रोफेशनल डेवलपमेंट. We will build a website of your own. We will teach you to how to connect with clients. कैसे आप ज्यादा क्लाइंट्स अपने लिए ला सकते हैं, बिकॉज दैट इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. आज आपको हमने ट्रेनिंग आता तो है न्यूमरोलॉजी बट आपको पता नहीं है कैसे इसको प्रैक्टिस करें. सो वहां पे वी विल बी हेल्पिंग यू. वी विल बी प्रोवाइडिंग यू विद अ सॉफ्ट स्किल ट्रेनिंग. असेसमेंट ऐसा कुछ नहीं है कि असेसमेंट अगर आपका नहीं सही होता यू विल नॉट गेट सर्टिफिकेट. असेसमेंट इज समथिंग जहां पे वी विल सी कि जो भी आपको सिखाया गया है यू आर कॉन्फिडेंट इनफ टू प्रैक्टिस इट इन अ प्रोफेशनल वे. So after all this, you will be getting a professionally certified certificate from our end. So next slide, please. The second one is Advanced Professional Numerology course. This is further deep dive into the world of numerology. It is for the people who have some basic understanding about numerology. And ऐसा नहीं है कि जिनको मतलब ये वो लोग भी कर सकते हैं जिनको कोई नॉलेज नहीं है न्यूमरोलॉजी के बारे में, बिकॉज बेसिकली इट इज अ डीप डाइव एडवांस कोर्स इनटू न्यूमरोलॉजी. सो दिस कोर्स इज फॉर ओवर द पीरियड ऑफ 9 मंथ जहां पे 6 मंथ्स आपकी ट्रेनिंग होगी. The first 3 months will be your introduction to professional numerology, जैसे हम लोग का फर्स्ट प्रोग्राम में था. And the next 3 months will be your advanced numerology training, जहाँ पे you will be going deep into numerology. And after the 6 months, you can practice as an individual numerologist. And again, जो last के 3 months होंगे वो आपके assessment and professional development में use होंगे. And then you will be getting a professional certificate from our end. Next slide. I hope I am audible to everyone. हाँ. I am very happy and excited to tell you that जो हमारा next batch है Introduction to Professional Numerology, it is starting from 18 November 2022, and the most important thing, it is available at very sweet price point and with no cost EMI option. So everyone can enroll for this program, and we are overwhelmed by the amazing response and amount of calls we have received from you all. And in case of any query or question, my team will reach out to you. And if you have any question, please feel free to call us. We will be happy to assist you. And all the details will be provided to you via email. Your certificate will also be there through email. So thank you so much for being so amazing audience and have a very good evening. Thank you.